Amington Heath and welcome to today's home learning video. Today the video is for Key Stage 2 and we're going to be learning how to use passive voice. Let's go. Let's start with active voice. An active voice tells us what a person or a thing does. The subject, which is a thing, a place or a person, performs the action, the verb, on the object. Remember, the subject is the first noun. Let's have a look at an example sentence. The knight fought the dragon. The subject in this sentence would be the knight, as it is the first noun in the sentence. The verb would be fought, because this is the action word. And the object would be the dragon. Passive voice, however, tells us what is done to something or someone. This time, the subject, the thing, place or person, is no longer the first noun, and it can be used in a prepositional phrase. Let's have a look at this example. The dragon was killed by the knight. By the knight is a prepositional phrase, because by is a preposition, and that's at the beginning of the prepositional phrase. The thing that would normally be the object in an active sentence now becomes the subject in a passive one. So in this sentence, the dragon was killed by the knight. The dragon would be the subject. Passive sentences contain passive versions of active verbs. For example, was driven is the passive form of the active form drive. Passive sentences use the past participle verb form. These verb forms cannot be used on their own. They are linked to another verb in the sentence. For example, be, was, will, were, is, get, or got. In this sentence, was killed is the past participle. The sentence, the dragon was killed by the knight, is clearly blocked off as the subject, the past participle, and the prepositional phrase. One fun way to know that a verb is in passive voice is to insert the phrase by zombies after the verb. If it still makes sense, the sentence is passive. For example, the dragon was killed from our last sentence. Let's add now, after the verb killed, by zombies. Does it still make sense? The dragon was killed by zombies. Yes, it does. It still makes sense, which means that this sentence is passive. Let's use this funny way to find which sentences are active or which are passive. Here's our first sentence. The page cleaned the knight's armour. Well, first we need to find the verb. Remember, this is the action word. Can you see it? Yes, cleaned. That's our verb. Now, in our mind, we need to cancel off anything else after the verb. Remember, only to do this in your mind, but cancel it off and replace with by zombies. Does our sentence still make sense? The page cleaned by zombies. Does it make sense? No. So that means the original sentence, the page cleaned the knight's armour, is an active sentence. Here is our next sentence. The knight's armour was cleaned by the page. Once again, we need to find the verb. Remember, this is our action word. That's correct. It's cleaned. Now we need to cancel off anything else after the verb, and we need to change it for by zombies. Now does our sentence still make sense? The knight's armour was cleaned by zombies. It may sound a little funny, but it still makes sense, which means it's correct. This is a passive sentence. Let's try another. The king gave an award. Now remember, we need to find the verb. That's the action word. What is it? Well done. It's gave. That's our verb. Remember, anything else after the verb needs to be cancelled off and changed for by zombies. Now does our sentence make sense? The king gave by zombies. Oh, no, this doesn't make sense. So that means this is an active sentence. Our new sentence is the award was given to the knight. Remember what we need to do first? That's right, we need to find the verb. Shout out the verb to me. Well done. It's given. Now remember, we need to cancel off anything else after the verb and replace it with by zombies. Does this make sense? The award was given by zombies. Yes, it does. So that means the sentence, the award was given to the knight, is a passive sentence. Well done. And another. The dragon was surrounded by an angry crowd. Where's the verb in this sentence? I didn't hear you. Well done, it's surrounded. Remember, cancel anything off after. Replace it with by zombies. Does it make sense? The dragon was surrounded by zombies. Once again, a really funny sentence, but it still makes sense. So the original sentence, the dragon was surrounded by an angry crowd, is a passive sentence. Well done. So passive voice. Remember, passive sentences use past participle verb form, a prepositional phrase, and an object used as a subject. And always check to see if you add by zombies after the verb, it still makes sense. Look at this one as an example. The dragon was killed by the knight. You are now ready to complete today's home learning task. Please remember, if you're stuck or have any questions, just email one of the teachers and we'll be able to help you. But I'm sure you will be absolutely fantastic at this. Have a great day. See you soon.